Let me move this closer, which is weird. Hey, oh Lord. Okay, I am going to trust that you can hear me. I'm going to trust that you can. Yes, you can. No, you can't. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Yes. No. Yes. Yay! Yay! Hey, everybody! Hey, good. That's awesome. Yay! I was trying to set up my iPad, but it just wouldn't let me be great. But that's okay. We're gonna be great without it. Hey, everybody! I'm gonna show you this goal. And I'm going to say hello to everyone. So if you are catching this on the replay and you join us, you know what the goal is, to learn about different heat press options. Hey, okay, so I'm super, super excited about this because I know that buying a heat press is a big deal, right? You get the machine and then you see people making all this cool stuff. And then, you know, you want to make cool stuff too. And, you know, you got to get the right heat press. That's important. And I wish I had, you know, this knowledge before I got started. Otherwise, maybe I wouldn't have so many heat presses. I would just have one. Hey, yes, I wonder. Yes. So I am going to grab my iPad from the other side so I can like see the chat and kind of scroll through. So give me 1 second, okay? Give me 1 second. Oh, Lynette, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I tell y'all, this iPad would not let me be great. It would not. But that is okay. That is okay. We don't let anything stop us from being great. We improvise. We improvise. We improvise. We improvise. We improvise. We improvise. So, yes, happy early Mother's Day to all of the mothers and the people who stand in the gap for mothers. Let's not forget about them, because there are some people who didn't give birth to any children, but they are standing in the gap. And so we definitely don't want to forget about them. All right, let me paste that link in again. And yes. Let me see if this is going to let me be great. That's already Delonda, so we're gonna call this iPad. And we're gonna see. We are 1 second, y'all. I want this to be comprehensive for you, and I want to mute that. Okay, let me try this again. Okay. I don't know why it's not letting me be great, but I don't know why it's not letting me be great. How can I get the heat press you have? I'm going to share that one. That's going to be the last one I share, because I'm going to go in order from like smallest to largest, Give me 1 second, J Low-Key. I like that name too, J Low-Key. Hey, Heather. Am I? That I'm gonna have to. I can't do it. I can't worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. I was going to try to, but I can't. So let me say hi to y'all, and we're gonna get started because I'm not gonna waste your time. So hey to Ozella, hey Andrea, hey Carla, hey Mary, hey Tracy. You didn't miss it. Hey Francis. Oh, thank you so much. Hey Daisy. Hey Mary. And I hope I don't say hi to anybody twice, but if I do, just say she's old, forgive her. Hey Marissa. Hey Louise. Hey Miss JJ. Hey Sharon. Oh yes, Friday Eve. Thank you. Good, thank goodness. Hey, Top Shots. Hey. Hey Sharon. I hope I don't forget anyone, y'all. Hey Paula. Hey Naraya. I hope it's right. Hi, an entrepreneurial diary. I like that. Hey, Aunt Wanda. Hey, Renee. Hey, Natalie. Natalie is the winner of that Cricut Explorer Air 3, y'all. Okay, y'all can hear me. Hey, Phyllis. Hey, LaTorsha. LaTorsha won a Cricut Maker 3 from Patrice's channel. Congratulations to LaTorsha. Hey, Ernestine. I said hey to Ozella. Hey, Susan. Hi, Elvina. J Low-Key from Toronto. Hey, Sharon. Sharon, you made a cute shirt. It was cute. Hey, Patrice. Hey, Miss Lisa Brown. Okay, your cat is sitting on your shoulder. Okay, cat on the shoulder. Hey, Dee's Beauty. Welcome. It's your first time. I wish it was better, but we're going to make it work. Hey, KB from Fort Worth. Hey, Willette. Hey, Dolores. Hey, Kimmy. We just talked 2 seconds ago. Hey, Kathy Claypool. We better learn. Yes, look at I want to give y'all the goal right there. That is the goal. You're going to learn about different heat presses. Hey, Danielle. Yes, Ozella. She put it in all caps for you just in case you didn't see it. Hey, Tony. Yes. Lynette, you're going to try to make me cry, but I'm not going to do it. Hey, Nicole. I hate my heat press. I always slide out. So 15. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. We ain't going nowhere. Thank you, Aunt Wanda. You just the best. Hey, Jill. Hi, Jan Williams. Okay, I'm trying to say hi to everybody. I'm trying to be better. Hey, Vivian. Hope I'm not shaking the thing. Hey, Sharon Pearson. Yeah, say hi to Kimmy. Jill. Yes, happy Teacher Appreciation Week and happy Mother's Day. Y'all don't forget about the PE teacher, the art teacher, the music teacher, the band director, all the ones who get forgotten because they're not like the primary teacher. Yeah, like me and Aunt Wanda. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, y'all. Brenda. I haven't forgotten about you, Brenda. Hey, Days Miles. I hope I said it right. Okay. Yeah, so we said happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Hey, Vanessa. And I said we're going to also say happy Mother's Day to all the women who are standing in the gap for mothers, right? You might not have given birth to a child, but that doesn't mean you aren't a mother to someone or someone doesn't see you that way. All right. Alvina, I think I said hi to everybody. Hey, Miss Victoria. Hope I did. You got your, it's coming Tuesday? Okay, so Brenda, we're going to talk about that too. I released a craft kit yesterday, you guys, with Korean Blackstone on 143 Vinyl's page. I'll make sure to leave a link below for that. Have you on 2 TVs? Okay, Latorsha, look at that. Watch time, just being up. Naturally blooming. Hey, Teresa, Paula. Okay, if y'all are watching this on the replay, I am going through and saying hello right now. That's what I'm doing. But we know what the goal is. The goal is to learn about different heat press options. And I'm going to just show you all of the heat presses that I have. No, I don't have every heat press, but I do have more than I need. Let me say that. Hey, Cassie and Kelly and Deborah. Had a problem with my tiles. Yay, they fixed it right away. Okay, good, Renee. I did have a better day. Yesterday was, I wanted to cry yesterday. Hey, Rosa Polite. That's real praise right there. She got it fast. Okay. Okay. I am going to get started. Crispy Snickers. Now look, I love everything crispy. You caught me with Marvin last night. We had a blast. We had a blast. I always like just spending time with him because he makes me laugh. Hey, just paper crafting. Hey, Michelle. Jill, I keep saying I'm gonna stop. I keep saying I'm gonna stop, but I'm gonna come back to it. Hey, Crafty Puerto Rican, Lynette. Okay. I'm gonna try not to sing tonight, y'all. I'm gonna try to get my life together. Okay, so before we get into looking at the heat presses, you know, I had to like take notes because I do want this time to be, I wanted this time together to be as comprehensive as possible. And I wanted you to leave with knowledge that will help you in making a decision, okay? So I am not trying to push one product over another. I don't have a favorite, you know, company that I work with, or, you know, like I'm just giving you the information about these different products so that you can make an informed decision for yourself. So everything that I have in my hand right here, all of this stuff right here, all of these are just the notes that I've taken so that I can give you the information and it'll be of value to you as you make your decision. Okay, so that is what we're going to do tonight, and I hope it's valuable to you. All right, so when I started thinking about this time and going live to talk about this, I was thinking about what are the questions that you might have, or what things should be taken into consideration when you are getting ready to purchase a heat press. And the three main things that I could think of was purpose. So what is the purpose that you're going to use it for? What is your budget? And then what is the available space? So I'm a thinker who is, I would say I'm linear in the way that I think. So I'll think of the big idea and then I'll think of the smaller ideas that fit under that. And so as I share this with you, this is, you know, kind of how I thought it out. I want you to know that's how I think. So that's how I guess that's how I teach. And hopefully that makes sense. Okay, Andrea said it's 62 people, 62 likes and 82 people watching. Bunch of times. Aw, thank you, Lynette. Thank you so much. Okay, so like I was saying, as I thought about it, that's how I kind of mapped it out in my head. So when you think about your purpose, you think about, okay, now you have this machine and you know you're going to want to use a heat source, or you're going to need to use a heat source. Hi, Donna. Because you have all of this heat transfer vinyl and you want to be able to make a shirt. When I first got started, I did not have a heat press. I actually started with a household iron. And we're going to talk about that because it's an option, but it's not the best option, okay? So when you think about your purpose for purchasing a heat press, you have to think to yourself, am I doing this because I have a hobby and I know that I'm going to need a heat press? Are you considering starting a business, or do you already have a business and now you need to go bigger? Will you be using it for sublimation, or will you only be using it for heat transfer vinyl? So those are the things that you need to consider as you are making your decision, because I'm not making your decision. I just want to help you make an informed decision. So, hey, Wanda. So just be thinking about that. Okay. So then the next thing to consider is your budget. In my opinion, and I promise you, I wish I had known this before I got started. You're in the process, you're in the market for a heat press and beginning stages of your business. Okay, then Jill, you're in the right place. And I don't personally have a business, and I actually do not make crafts to sell. So every time you see me doing a tutorial, I'm either making something for myself or making something for my family. I'm not hey, House of Bomb, I like that. And welcome and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. I hope this is helpful to you. Your budget. And I'm going to give you my personal preference right here. So you can take this or you can just let it go in one ear and just write out the other. And I'll be okay with that. I wish I had known this before. In thinking about your budget for your heat press, you didn't miss too much, Trini. You haven't. My personal advice is get the biggest heat press you can for your budget. Get the biggest heat press that you can get for your budget. So if your budget is 9x9, stick with a 9x9. If your budget is 15x15, go 50. If your budget is 16x24, get the biggest one that for your budget. And the reason why I say that is because once you spend money, let's just say you spend $200 on a heat press, but you decide later, man, I wish I would have gotten a bigger one. There's no way to make the one you have bigger. You have to actually buy a bigger one. So get the biggest one that you can for your budget, because if you already have the biggest one, just think you can use it for big stuff and small stuff, and you're not constrained to a small heat press. Okay. A lot of brands in the US aren't available from a Canadian vendor. Yeah, I hear that all the time, and in the UK too. So my second piece of advice regarding your budget is to think of this as a long-term purchase, okay? So when you buy a Cricut, Black Friday sales are good, I agree. When you buy your Cricut, or if you were gifted a Cricut, or if you won a Cricut, that's considered as a big ticket item, in my opinion, because anything that is, and this is another piece of Delanda's opinion, anything that costs over $100, if I spend $100, 5 20s, 10 10s, whatever, 25s, I want my money's worth. And to me, that is a long-term purchase. I expect that thing to last. Okay. So if I'm spending over $100 for something, I don't want to have to replace it in a year. I don't want to have to, think about it again for a while, because to me, I think $100 is a lot of money. So if you're going to spend more than $100, you should be getting something that's going to last for a while. Think of a heat press as something that is going to last for a while. And remember, you really do get what you pay for. So if you're trying to find the cheapest thing you can find, you're really going to get the cheapest thing you can find. Okay. Okay. So that's my second piece of advice. My third piece of advice regarding the budget, hey, Yasmin, is to think about the cost to replace it if you decide to go with the lower end heat press. So let's just say, okay, making keychains. Okay, yeah. So Kimmy, I'm not gonna give you my opinion on that because you'll be able to make an informed decision. If you go with a lower end heat press because you just want a heat press, you just got to have a heat press. You're like, I cannot wait. This one is $150 and I want one. And I'm just going to get this one because it's cheap and I can get it on Amazon. Think about the long-term effect of that, okay? So just take that into consideration. We're going to come back to that. But think about how much it's going to cost to replace it. Like, what is it going to take to replace it? Are you going to have to buy a whole new heat press, or do they have a 1-year warranty, or is the company reputable? Like, think about all of those things right there, okay? Okay, so those are my considerations about budget. I'm going to give you my considerations about available space, and then we're going to go through a few questions if you have any. So be thinking what questions you might have as I go through this last piece right here about available space. So when I was putting this together, you know, I'm telling you guys, I want this to be as comprehensive as possible, and I want to help you make an informed decision. Available space. Do you have a dedicated space? Like when you are thinking about buying a heat press, and you know what I just said, I gave you my opinion, buy the biggest one you can afford for your budget. If you buy the biggest one you can afford for your budget, let's just say your budget will allow you to get a 16 by 24. Do you have a dedicated space for a 16 by 24 heat press? Or are you going to have to move it every time you need to use it? Okay, because that's something to take into consideration. Hey, Stay Unique. Hey, Patricia. Okay, let me see what the comments are saying. Range of 300 and up, they are expensive, but got to think about it. It's a you know, it's a long-term commitment. Think about when you're thinking about your dedicated space, will you keep it in a corner? So like right now, my StarCraft is in this corner right here, and I keep it here. But if I have a swingaway really isn't good for a corner, right? Because you want to be able to swing it away. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at that in a minute. But think about, if you do have a dedicated space, where will you put it? Yes. Ooh, no champagne purchases on a box wine budget. You better preach over there, Miss JJ. Yes, it is an investment into your business or hobby. Absolutely, Jill. Absolutely. Hey, Jacqueline. I did not buy a cheap washer or dryer. Ooh, Heather. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. All right. So any questions so far about anything I said? Any questions so far about anything I've said? We talked about purpose. Think about your purpose. To me, the purpose is more important than, it's the most important thing. Because if you're just doing this for a hobby, you don't need, you know, a big, huge heat press, right? If you're just doing this, you know, occasionally I'm going to make a shirt for my family because we're going on a trip. Or occasionally I want to be able to make my own stuff and I don't want to have to purchase from somebody else. You know, think about that, okay? Oh, yes, yes, J-Lo Key, we're going to talk about that. I promise you. I promise you. Oh, yes. Okay, Andrea said, do you need a website to be affiliated with Michaels? I think it's hard to be an affiliate of Michaels. I don't know what you need. Patrice might know. Craftable Things, she might know. 6 months they had to send a new one, but the warranty follows the original one. Hey, Pauline. Okay. Okay, so far so good. So now these are some things that I also thought about. You know, just in making comparisons between like a big name brand and like purchasing from Amazon. So like, you know, there are some big name brand heat presses, like a StarCraft is a big name brand. Heat Press Nation makes is considered as a big name brand. There are a lot of, like, Cricut is considered as a big name brand, but I definitely would not consider the EasyPress as a heat press. I kind of just don't consider it as a heat press. It's in a category all by itself. But when you're thinking about making a purchase, do you want to go with a big name brand? Because it does have some pros to going with a big name brand, because you're going to get good customer service most of the time, especially from Cricut. Now, I will say Cricut has excellent customer service. I have not ever been let down by Cricut. I haven't. They have excellent customer service. If every company had customer service like Cricut, you would never have a complaint. What's the warranty like? What's the replacement or refund option? Like, how much time do you have? Most of the time with the big name brands, if you have problems with it, you can troubleshoot, like, because your friends might have that same one, or you might be able to find a tutorial on YouTube if it's a big name brand, because other people have it, and then, you know, they might run into the same issues you run into. And if you can't get in contact with customer service, at least you can go to YouTube and somebody will be able to help you. So that's a consideration. on Amazon, you know, big name brands in comparison to purchasing from Amazon, it might be hard to get in contact with someone, right? Because you're purchasing from Amazon and they are sourced from whoever is making the product, and sometimes it's not made in the US. You might get a lower price by purchasing on Amazon, but remember, you're going to take into consideration you get what you pay for. Getting started, looking at the Walla. Walla is a big name brand. Heat press has started. You know anything about it? I don't know anything about the Walla. Brenda, do you have a Walla heat press? Hey, Beverly. Okay, Andrea, that's awesome. She said her kids got her an extended warranty. Okay. Here's that's quality. That's true. Yes, I got that one too, Jacqueline. We're gonna talk about that one too. The EasyPress is kind of, yeah. I don't know about the bench, J-Lo King. I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I can't. Heat Press Nation. I like Heat Press Nation. Everybody that you understand me, LaTorsha. If everybody had Chick-fil-A customer service, it'd be like my pleasure. It stopped working after 2 minutes. My pleasure to fix it. Hey Hillary. Hey Fabulosus. Okay. True facts, LaTorsha. I love it. Okay, so if you're considering purchasing one from Amazon, this is what I suggest. Look at the reviews and don't just look at, pay attention to the number of reviews. So if you're going to get one from Amazon, let's just say you find one and you think this is a fantastic deal and I just cannot leave it there. I have to get it. Pay attention to the reviews, okay? And how many reviews there are. If there are a lot of reviews and everybody is saying, I love this heat press, I don't regret it, they've uploaded videos, they've sent pictures, great. But if there's a 5-star review, but there are only 5 reviews, that person who was promoting that heat press might have had 5 of their friends write a review. Okay, look at the number of reviews and see if there are negative reviews, what do the negative reviews have in common? Like, is everyone saying, you know, they have poor customer service? Is everyone saying that there's uneven heat? Is everyone saying that, you know, the lever breaks after 5 uses? That's important. So pay attention to what the reviews say. And if it's just a good review but no comment, what does that mean? Okay, so pay attention to that. Jill, I there is one that I like, and I'm gonna show it to you. Yes, yes. Okay, so that's my spiel on that. All right, now we're getting ready to start looking at them. Okay. All right, how y'all feeling? That is so true, Michelle. That is so true. They have people, if they have 10 reviews and it's 10 excellent, you know, is this a verified purchase? Like, did this person actually purchase this heat press, or is this somebody's friend who wrote a review? Okay. Hey, Dainty Doer. Yes, 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 yes. Pay attention to what the reviews are and who their reviews are from. Like, does everybody's name sound the same? Like, does everybody have the same initials? Scale of 1 to 10. This one right here, scale of 1 to 10. Are you asking about this one, J-Lo Key? You got one out of 10. Excellent reviews. Okay. I don't know if that's the one you were asking about, J-Lo Key. Yeah, okay. I love it. I ain't even gonna lie. I do love it, but we're gonna talk about this one last. I do love that one though. I love it. but we're gonna go in order. Let me move this back. Y'all, it's gonna be weird for a second. Hold on, let me be weird for 1 second and move that back. And we're gonna talk about household iron. So when I first got started, you guys, this is actually what I used. I used a regular household iron. And I promise you, I did not know what I was doing at all. I had no idea what I was doing. And I was ironing a little symbol on a zipper pouch. And I was ironing and like I have to iron and then move it and then move it. The thing about a household iron, the pros, you know, yes, you can craft with a household iron. You can, it's possible. But you're not going to get even pressure because the pressure is dependent upon you, right? So you have to press and press and press hard, and you have to move it. With most household irons, the heat is really centered in the middle of the iron, okay? And so if you look, and my iron is not the cleanest, but don't judge me, y'all. This is actually our household iron that we use, okay? When we do iron, but we don't iron very much, no lie. With most household irons, the heat is really centered in the middle of the iron. So when you're pressing something, let's say you want to press a shirt and the design is, you know, 10, let's say the design is 10 by 10, you're going to have to move the iron each time for however many seconds that vinyl needs to be adhered. So if it's a 20-second, you know, press, you got to press it 20 seconds. You got to count 1, 2, or 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, you know, and then move it again, and then 1, 1,000, 2, 1, and then move it again, and then move it again, and then move it again until you press the whole thing. All the while, you got to be pressing really, really hard to get the vinyl adhered to the shirt or whatever you're putting it on, because it doesn't just have to reach the top layer. It has to reach into the fibers of the shirt. So yes, you can use an iron, but it's not the best option. Let me see what my comments looking like. Yes, 10 for me. You think it's a 10 on two? I wonder. You will save you lots of money. Do you have a favorite that you use all the time? But I'll see. Hey, Dimps. It doesn't hurt enough. I gotta try to move this, y'all, because this is just like a little bit weird for me. Let me move this down. I'm trying not to make this a weird live. I'm really trying to share. Try not to sing. My goal is to not sing tonight. My goal is to not sing tonight. It doesn't, Andrea, that's true. Because that zipper pouch that I pressed, that vinyl did not stay on there. It's actually peeling up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. Oh. Brenda, you were stepping on it. Oh, wow. Okay, Brenda said she was stepping on it. Okay. Thank you. LaTorsha, for not judging me. So the struggle is real. Do you understand? Now, I never thought about stepping on it, but I was like giving it all of my good pressure, right? And so that's not it. Like nobody has time to be, you know, like really standing up, like you know, and no, nobody has time to do that. So we're not doing that. If that's where you are right now, right, and you're thinking about like I need to get a new heat press, stick around because we're gonna get to it. So, you know, so if I'm thinking of pros and cons. Pros, yes, it's a heat source. Pros, yes, the price is right. You can get an iron between $10 and $80, right? You can get a good iron for $20. It's convenient because you can just go to Walmart, Target, anywhere and purchase an iron. The cons, though, the cons really outweigh the pros, because you're not going to get even pressure, because remember, with most irons, the heating element is right here in the middle. So all of this, you know, you might be pressing as hard as you can, but you're really just getting it right here. It's inconsistent heat. You don't know what the temperature is, right? You don't know what is the temperature of this iron when it's plugged in, right? And then you cannot use it for sublimation, right? Because for sublimation, you need to be at least, you know, 400. You want something at least 400 degrees for most sublimated projects. Okay. Thank you, Naturally Blooming Designs. I love that name. Naturally Blooming Designs. I think I put this image on, I think 5 or 6 shirts. I did 2 that are screen print, and I did some that are just vinyl. Okay, so any questions about household iron before we move on to the Cricut EasyPress? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, we are going on. Let's see. Dainty Doer said, I have the 81 press, so anytime I want to try something else, I have the tools. Walmart has some good presses with lots of options for an affordable price. Okay. You love your EasyPress, Sharon. Okay, Cricut doesn't fully cut through the current reflective vinyl. I have any help to get it cut through, fully cut through the reflective vinyl. What brand is the reflective vinyl? I want I said I wasn't. Uh-oh, I bet it is. I bet it is Oralite. I haven't used that kind, but what I want you to remember with Cricut, so when they, you know, when you're looking at the different cut settings, and this is off key, I mean off topic, when you know you're looking at the different settings, like material settings, those are Cricut's products that they're referring to, right? So if you're cutting a different brand, you might have to use a different cut setting. So anything that's available as an option, and sometimes you can just do a double cut, but that's a tutorial for another day. I haven't heard of Oralite either. Okay. So I am going to have to move my camera again, y'all. Just bear with me for 1 second. Let me just, what if I turn the camera off? I'm gonna turn the camera off for 1 second while I move this, because I don't want y'all to be shaking while I'm moving this. I don't want y'all to be shaking while I'm moving this. I don't want y'all to be shaking while I'm moving this. I don't want you to be shaking while I'm moving this. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the Cricut EasyPress. Pros. Let's talk about the pros first. The pros of I can't help myself, can I? The pros of the Cricut EasyPress. Well, number 1 is portability, right? So I still use this, and as a matter of fact, I just used it the other day to sublimate some socks for Teacher Appreciation Week, right? I love the portability of it because I can move this anywhere around my craft room. I can take it to that table when I need to. I can put it down here if I need to. I don't have to keep it limited to one space. So to me, the first pro about the Cricut EasyPress is, I sound different? Again? Wait. Still? Is it still? Still? Is it still? Still? Yes? No? I don't know. Mic check. What? I quit. I quit. y'all hear that? I don't know. Hello, hello, hello. Still yes. You still cannot hear me? I quit. Moon talk. It's better? Is it better? Have mercy. You sound good. No. Okay. What I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by myself is that I like the portability of the Cricut EasyPress. I love, then I only have the 9x9. If Tracy is here, I only have the 9x9. Tracy, Lakeisha, Sherry, I only have the 9x9. I'm just saying, because people were saying, they were accusing me of stuff. But I have the 9x9 and I love the portability of it. What I was saying is that I like the fact that I can move this, you know, or anywhere in my craft room that I want to. If I want to take this downstairs, I can. I love that. Thank you, Dimps. Thank you so much. I love that. I think that is a big pro. I love the price. The price is reasonable. This is, you know, right now you can get it for like $129. As a matter of fact, I like the fact at Walmart, if you go and use their app, like if you go in the store and use their app, it's not $129. I saw it for $99. And no lie, this is just the truth. I started to buy one just because it was $99, which is stupid because I already have one. But I was going to buy one just because it was $99. Daisy Doer, it was about to be. Okay, so that is a pro. The price is a pro. Portability is a pro. Customer service is a pro. I love Cricut's customer service. I think they have fantastic customer service. So to me, that's a pro. If I feel like, and this is actually a replacement EasyPress. So my first one went out. I think I had it for, at the time, I may have only had it. Is it tunneling now? Is it tunneling? Hey, from Toronto. Is it tunneling now? Is it tunneling now? Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Samantha. Hey. So yeah, I think that, oh, I was saying that this is a replacement EasyPress. Mine went out after I had it for like 3 months. I contacted Cricut customer service. They said send a video of what it's doing. I sent the video. They sent me a new EasyPress within a few days. So I think that's excellent. I don't think you can always get that, especially when you make a purchase of a heat press from Amazon. You might not be able to get in contact with anybody. Another pro about this is that I feel like it is a safe, you know, press. It has, I sound hollow. I'm sorry. I feel like it's safe. The top of this, you know, doesn't get hot at all. It does have an auto shut off feature. I love that. And that's really about it. I like the size of this, you know, in comparison to an iron. I know that, you know, I'm going to get good pressure, right? I'm going to get even heat, right? I like that. So in comparison to an iron, I'm going to get, you know, a lot of even heat. I like that. However, I do have some cons about the Cricut EasyPress. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just gonna be honest with you. What I don't like about the EasyPress is that the pressure is up to you. And so the pressure is not standard. So why it's called an EasyPress, I don't really agree with that name. You're like, I don't agree with that name. I I mean, when I'm using an EasyPress, I really feel like I have to press super hard. I feel like I do, because with the EasyPress, just like with an iron, the pressure depends on you. So a lot of pressure to you is going to be different than a lot of pressure for me, right? And a lot of pressure if my husband was pressing, or a lot of pressure if my daughter was pressing. So for me, I don't always get the best quality, and I know it's on me. I know that it's totally on me, but I don't like that. So for me, it's a con. It's not a pro, it's a con. I like the size of this heating element. This is a 9x9. Of course, they have it in a 12x10, which is their big one. But that's still considered, to me, as small. Okay. So that's my pros and cons about the EasyPress. Or another pro I like the digital display. So when it's powered on, you can set the time. I love the fact that you have a timer right there. You can set the temperature. It goes up to 400 degrees. It's lightweight. I like all of that, but I do not like the pressure, right? I don't like having to like stand and do. I don't like that. Okay, that's just my opinion. All right, we're moving on. And this this might not be considered as a but I included my little baby in here because I have it and I use it, right? I like this little thing. Now let me say this. The pros about this. This is the HTVRONT mini press. I do not work for HTVRONT. I'm not affiliate of HTVRONT. I purchased this little mini press, and at the time that I purchased this, it was cheaper than the Cricut mini press. Right now, the Cricut mini press is $35 on Amazon. So this one is $37. This one is more expensive than the Cricut mini press, which I do not have, Tracy. Okay, want to say that. You do, Natalie? Yay. So let me tell you what I like about it. I like the convenience of it, right? So if I have something small, I want to just press it real quick. I can just pick this up and put it back. I love that it has an auto off feature. Yes, and I use it for my little sublimation earrings. I love that it's gonna turn off. Like if you don't use it, it's gonna start beeping. It's just gonna turn off. I love that it has a very long cord. Like this cord is like super long to me. I think it's like 6 feet. It's long. To me, that's long. It heats up super fast. This thing is lightning fast. This is the fastest heat press that I have. It heats up faster than all its other things, okay? And this is 110 volts, okay? So to me, it's fast. It does have 3 heat settings. I like that. But what I don't like is you have to remember what those heat settings are, right? So you have to keep the manual close to know, like, what was the setting for level 1? What was the setting for level 2? So this one heats up to, let me go to my notes. Let me go to my notes. Let me go to my notes. The first setting, so like when you turn it on, it goes to 1 light. It is 284 degrees. The second setting, which is called medium, is 320 degrees. And then the third setting, the highest temperature it goes to is 356 degrees, which is awesome for using infusible ink. So I made a lot of pairs of infusible ink earrings with this little mini press. So it does have a lot of pros. When I'm looking at my pros and cons for this heat press, you see I have a lot of pros and I only have 2 cons. The cons are it doesn't have a built-in timer. So whenever I'm using this, I have to have my phone close and then I have to press the timer on my phone. And once again, you have to remember the different the temperature settings. So to me, that's kind of a con. I wish like maybe it was on here or it had a digital display or something like that. The sound is still funny. Write the heat settings in the menu on your Caesar chart. I could do that, Natalie. I don't know what to do about the sound, y'all. Does Lana have video about doing double cut decal for vinyl? Because I have done that on my live, J Low Key. It does. Yes, the balloon is already out. That's why. Okay, another pro. He's so fast. Have the mini still in the box. Beverly, get that thing out. I think they're going to phase out the red. That's okay, Kristen. I'll take a phase out for $35, which I do not need, Kristen. I do not need it. Okay, and I'm not going to say whether or not I bought it because that's between me and the Lord. Okay, any questions about this before we move on? Any questions? Okay, nope. I'm going to take that as you can hear me clearly. Thank you, Heather, for saying that. Thank you. Okay, so we're moving on. We are going to move on. I'm going to have to put this on the floor. We are going to move on to the StarCraft 8-in-1 Swingaway heat press. Hey, make it with Missy. This is a good deal. I might have to get another one. I wonder, I'm not going to talk about it. I really want to move this. Hey, Tamika, thank you so much. Y'all, I want to try to move this back. I really do, but I'm scared. Maybe I'll just try to move it sideways and I'll move the heat press up there so you can just see it. I'll move this sideways. That's the one on your wish list, Kristen? That's the one on your wish list, Kristen. Let me see if I move that. Yes, I will do that. I will put it right there. So this one is the StarCraft 8-in-1 Swingaway. See if y'all can see that. Okay, you can. I love this one. I love this heat press. This one came with the attachments for, I'm going to show you all the attachments. It came with a mug press, right? So this came with the mug press. It also came with all of these attachments. I'm going to move this mug press out of the way for a second. It came with attachments for just the different size mugs. Right, so, and then one is considered as a tumbler attachment. I have not used that one yet because I have not made any tumblers yet, so it's the longer one. It's right there. Came with a plate press, so you can do an 8-inch plate or a 10-inch plate. This comes off, right? And then it came with the hat press. So you take this top part off. I did a whole video on how to remove this and how to use the different attachments. I've already done a tutorial on that. I'll make sure to link it below. So you attach this at the top and attach this part at the bottom to press hats. Okay. Let me tell you what I love about this one. Let me tell you the pros about this one. I like the fact that it feels lightweight. It might not actually be much lighter than my other press, but it sure does feel like it. I love the fact that it is a full 360 degrees swing away, so I can, swing it all the way around like that. I love that, right? Because if I want to press something, I want to get it in my, on my on this bottom tray. I love the fact that I can just fit my item right here and I'm not having to worry about, burning myself because this is out of the way. I love that. I love, this one is 54 pounds. It does have a digital display. So when it's plugged in and turned on, I can see a digital display and I can, set it here. It goes up to 450 degrees. It does have an auto off feature. You can save your settings. So let's just say I want to keep my sublimation setting saved as mode 1. I can save it there like that. Then I can go to mode 2 and then mode 3. I love the fact that I can save settings, that I don't have to like adjust the settings every single time. It doesn't, this top part right here, the top of the platen is called, it doesn't get hot. And it might get hot. I've never felt it get hot. So this is always cool to the touch. So to me, that's a safety feature. It does have a pressure knob. So if I want to adjust the pressure or, you know, decrease it or increase it, I can do that from here. And, you know, bring it down with this handle right here. It does have a tumbler attachment, but it's not very big, Sharon. It's not very big. Okay, so those are my pros. The cons, which really might not be, oh, let me also say this. See the size of this heat? Let me scoop this back because I want y'all to really, like, really see that. Let me scoop this back some. I want you to see this. See this? This is 12 by 15. This is the exact same size as the Cricut AutoPress. The Cricut AutoPress is 12 by 15. This is 12 by 15 too. Like, process that. Process what I just said. And this is not my biggest heat press. Process what I just said. Process what I just said. The Cricut AutoPress is 12 by 15, which is the exact same size as this. Process what I just said. Okay, so the price of this right now is $449. If you are interested in purchasing this from 143 Vinyl, I do have a discount code. My discount code is Delonda5, Delonda in all caps. So that will save you 5% off your purchase if you're considering this. But I will say, let me say this. Here's a disclaimer because I'm not trying to sell anything to you. You know, I want you to make an informed decision. I would not suggest. Remember what I said at the beginning? Let me come back, bring you back up here. I said, get the biggest heat press for your budget. If you can afford a $449 heat press, this is not the biggest heat press for your budget. Okay? Think about what I just said. If you can afford a $449 heat press, then this 12 by 15 is not the biggest heat press for your budget. Think about what I don't even know if I'm looking in the right place. I'm gonna look right here. Okay. 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 Yes. Yes. Do they have it in pink? No, this is the only color. Hey, Sherry. Ooh, jury duty. Sherry, I just was telling everybody that I don't have the Cricut mini press. I just wanted to make sure I put that out there. Okay, so I've told you all my pros about this. I love this heat press. I love the fact that it's lightweight. This one is 110 volts. Another thing to note about this, put my hands on the same attachment, you hear me loudly. Another thing to note about this is that I cannot have this and in any other heat press plugged in and turned on at the same time, because if I do, I'm going to trip the breaker. And I learned that the hard way in the middle of a tutorial. I just wasn't live. Sherry, that is between me and the Lord. I just wanted to say I don't have it right here. Okay. But anyway, you can't have, well, you might have a better electrical circuit breaker than I do, but mine, I cannot have two heat presses plugged in and turned on at the same time. If I do, it's going to be darkness and we have to go down into the garage and fix it. Every time I turn your heat press, only once though. So I've only had that happen, and I didn't know why it happened the first time. Then the second time it happened, I was like, oh, it's because I have both heat presses on at the same time. Okay. Okay, so any questions about this before we move on So this one is $449. $449 a 143 vinyl, but I do have a discount code. But remember, I said if you can afford this, remember this one is only 12 by 15. 12 by 15. If this was my first heat press and it was 12 by 15, personally, I would be looking for a bigger heat press. Hey, come on in. My daughters just got home. Somebody and he haven't. I remember not to plug into it at the same time. Yes, if you do plug into it at the same time, you're gonna be doing a whole reset situation. Okay, am I doing okay with the comments, y'all? I have that one, the same all attachments. Hey, Angela. That's okay. I can't run a wash and dry. Sherry. You can't go around trimming flicker breaker. Do you understand me, Sherry? We cannot. My husband told me to press. Okay. So I'm moving on to the next heat press, which is the, I don't know if you call it Vevor or Vevor, V-E-V-O-R. Vevor? Vevor? V-E-V-O-R. We're going to call it that. I'm going to talk about that one now. Let me move this chair out of the way so I can talk with you about that one. Talk with you about that one. I'm doing a, thank you, Patrice. Yes. Okay, I got that one from Amazon. So that's this one right here. This is the Vevor A1. Now this one also came with all of those same attachments. Yes. Let me see what you're saying, Natalie. Do you know anything about that one? Like the price 15 by 15. That's what I'm going to talk to you about right now. Let me tell you my pros about this. This was the first big heat press that I purchased, right? So to me, I told you, I feel like the 9x9 is not really considered as a heat press. And it, you know, that pressure is an issue, right? Because you really have to think about, you have to be on a full solid surface for this to get adequate, even pressure, right? Because it's just, I have a hard time with it, but I just seen the 15 minute photo slides out. Yes, that's what I look. That's one of my pros, Lakeisha. And hey, and I didn't send you a message today. I'm doing okay, even though my nerves were shot. Okay. My pros about this. I love the fact that it's a 15 by 15. So this is bigger than this. And let me help you understand the difference between 15 by 15. I'll just use this is a 15 by 15. So this is bigger than the auto press. Hey, Angie. This is bigger than the Cricut auto press. It's a 15 by 15. This is the size of the Cricut auto press. Okay. I hope that helps you to understand. This is 12 by 15. This is 15 by 15. Okay. Now, I actually purchased mine from eBay because it was cheaper on eBay. And it came with, you know, all the 8 attachments, and I'll show them to you. And I've never used them. They're still in the plastic, right? It came with this big tumbler. It came with this mug press attachment. It came with this attachment. Came with this. It also came with the plate press attachments that I've never used. And it came with the hat press. And if I were to assume, hi Jesse, I would assume that it works just the same way that the StarCraft one works. because they have all the same, they have all the same attachments. So I kind of just keep them in this, I keep it in one of these little totes so I can have them all together. That's just how I keep them together. But I'm going back to the pros. So the pros is 15 by 15. I love that. I love the fact that this tray slides out. So I love the fact that, you know, the tray slides out because that'll be important. It does get up to 450 degrees. I paid $224 for this. So it does have adjustable pressure. So, you know, once you put your image on there or whatever, and then, you know, you can slide it back in and then turn it around and then press. I like that. And then you can adjust the pressure, you know, decrease or increase the pressure. It does have a digital display. It gets up to 450 degrees. I think I said that. This one weighs 59 pounds. Okay, so this one is heavier than that one. This one weighs 59 pounds. So whenever I'm ready to move this, I always have to get my husband to help me because it feels very heavy to me. Okay. I'm still live, Songbird. I'm still live. Okay, so let me tell you my cons, because I do have some cons about this. Do I love this one? I loved it when I was using it, yes. Let me tell you the reason why I bought a different heat press. Because this is actually where I do my crafts. At first, when I was first getting started, if you look at some of my older videos, like the video where I did sublimation on dark colors and I made that TSU and that Prairie View shirt, I was crafting over here. Well, when I'm crafting over here, once I got my design ready, the heat press is swung out, or they call this actually a swing arm. This is super hot, and so I had to either leave it like this, and then, you know, get myself together right here, and then move this, and then put the stuff on, and then put this back. It was just too much. I didn't like that, and so I really couldn't find a dedicated space to keep this and still have a lot of workspace. So this has a bigger footprint than a clamshell, okay? Because you're gonna need space. If you're anything like me, you need space to work, and then you need to be ready to put your stuff on the plate, right? So when I'm ready to get my stuff put on this plate, I don't wanna have to, you know, do my work, and then what am I gonna do, slide it under here? No, I don't wanna have to do that. So that was the reason why I needed a different heat press. Looking for chicken as I get off. So let me tell you my other cons about it. To me, sometimes I experience uneven heat. So it would say that it was, well, I would not say uneven heat, but the temperature, I felt like it was either hotter than 400 degrees. Like I felt like it was 500 degrees sometimes. And even though the display said 400, I just felt like it was hotter. It just like, I felt like the stuff was gonna blow up. It was just like super hot. So I don't know. When I did have an issue and I had questions about this, I could only reach someone by email. And I don't like that. Sometimes I want to talk to a person. So I don't know if you're anything like me in terms of that, but I don't want to only be able to email you, because sometimes what you lose the message, you lose the context of the message in an email. You don't get the nuance of the conversation. So I did not like that. And I kept saying, can I speak to you? Can I give you my number? Can you call me? I did not prefer that. Because I feel like at some point, if we've gone back and forth 7 times, now it's time to talk. So that's, to me, that's a con. For them, it might be great customer service because we're communicating, and they did, now let me say this, they did offer me, I think, $20 for my troubles. Like, let me give you a $20 refund for the trouble that you're having. But there's like is that telling me that I can pay $20 to have trouble? I just did not like that. I didn't like it. So I didn't even want the money because I wanted my problem to be resolved. And I didn't like that. It does take a while to heat up, but it does get super hot. So I like that. Topple possibility. Yes, Kristen, I agree. I agree. Sometimes you just want to talk to a person. Like, I don't want to only be able to communicate with you by email. I actually think that's the opposite of good customer service. That's just my opinion. And that was just like I said, now, this same exact heat press is on sale on Amazon, but I got mine from eBay. And so maybe if you get it from Amazon, you might have a different experience. Check the reviews and see what the reviews say. I'm not saying this is a bad heat press. I love the size of the heat press. I love the fact that it's 15 by 15. I wish I would have started out at 15 by 15. Like, my advice is start out at 15 by 15 if you can. If your budget will allow 15 by 15, start there. If it doesn't, don't. I love the fact that it pulls out. I love that. But that customer service for me is almost like a deal breaker. And then like topple possibility. Sometimes I felt that once this was swung out like that, and then this was pulled out, see how that does that? I felt like I was just scared sometimes. And then this is super hot. And it tells you, like, caution is hot. It tells you that it's hot, but it's super hot. Okay, so any questions about this? Any questions about this? We're getting ready to get to it, J. Loki, I promise. Any questions about this? I'm trying to be as comprehensive as I can about every single heat press that I have, so y'all can make an informed decision. Now, of course, this is not all the heat presses that exist in the world, but you know, you'll be able to make a decision when you're going to. I think it's pretty, Alicia. Or is worse, each one call you talk. Exactly. Then you got to keep repeating what you already said. Like, can you just take notes? Can you look at what I said on the 8th? That is so true, Vanessa. I agree with you so much. This is the Vevor. Okay. Too much money, have limited space, considering the clam. Okay. Now we're moving on then. I'm going to scoot this over a little bit. Move this chair out of the way. And we get ready to talk about this one. Now, I am going to turn this a little bit so you can see, because I do get questions about what my heat press is on. Can y'all see that? Okay, so this is the StarCraft Clamshell 15 by 15. So this heat press is the exact same size as this heat press. This is 15 by 15, and this one that I just talked about, this Swingaway, is also 15 by 15, same exact size, okay? Let me tell you my pros about this one. Let me tell you my pros about this one. I probably should know them by heart. Number one. Oh, you don't have a pull-out tray? Okay. Yes, it is. Okay, so it actually did not come on this stand. This is a stand that my husband built for me. So if you order this heat press, it's just gonna come just, you know, not on this. Take this out of the equation. Okay, my husband built this. I'll talk about this last, but let me talk about the heat press. My first pro about it is that it is beautiful. It is very well made. It's sturdy. It is excellent quality. I got mine from 143 Vinyl. They have fantastic customer service. They are probably the fastest shipping company I've ever dealt with. Like, they are amazing, and they are kind, and they are helpful, and they want you to have a good experience. And I think it's because they want you to keep coming back. And I love them. I love everybody that I've ever dealt with. I think it's a fantastic company. Okay, so this one is 15 by 15. So remember I showed you the little pad to show you the difference in size. These are the exact same size. They're both 15 by 15, okay? You're gonna get a reputable company. I'm gonna turn this one on so you can look at it. I didn't turn the other ones on, but I'm gonna turn this one on so you can look at it. It does come with this little, little pad like that. It does have an auto off feature. And you can set the time for auto off. So like you can keep it for, if I'm not finished and if I don't touch it in 45 minutes, turn off. If I don't touch it in 10 minutes, turn off. You can set the time, the amount of time you want it to turn off with the, if you don't use it. I don't know if y'all can see the display. You probably can't. I love this thing. What else? I love the fact that it has a memory counter. Let me see if I can pull you in closer so y'all can see that. Can you see that? So it does have a digital display, right? And it tells me that I've pressed 309 items, right? That's what that counter is for. PV is for present value. SV is for set value. So right now it's set to heat up to 325 degrees. It can go up to 450 degrees. This one is 120 volts. All of the other ones that I've shown you are 110 volts. You can adjust the pressure right here with this pressure knob. I like that. So I've told you everything I really like about it. I pretty much love everything about it. There's only one thing two things that I wish were different. One, and this might not bother you. You might think, Delonda, that's dumb. But if I want to change this temperature, let's say I want it to go up to 330 degrees. When I press this set button and I go to change the temperature, I have to. So you have to hear a beep for every single thing. Is that dumb? I know this probably like, Delonda, that's dumb. You sound dumb. That's one thing I wish was different. And no, the bottom does not slide out. It does not slide out. So I don't like that. So let me tell you something about this heat press in terms of cost. Because when I checked the price today, I want to say it was $469 on 143 vinyl. And with my discount, it's $445. Remember I said that other one was $400, the Swingaway, that one was $449. That's a lot of beeping. Like, okay, stop with the beeping. Hey. So trying to open up for 300, so trying to change the and she will sit down with a. Oh, J-Lo Key, I don't know what 143 you talking about. I haven't experienced that. You just hold it on one, it's still beeping. I still hear the beeps even when I hold it. Let me look again at the price. But when I checked, I'm pretty sure I checked it today. It was 400. It does not swing out. This is considered as a clamshell. So it closes like this, right? So when I'm pressing, I don't have to worry about, I have all of this space over here to do all of my work. And then when I'm ready to press my item, I can just press it. So that's what I love. Equipment, heat presses. It's $469. And if you use my link in my discount code, it'll be $445. Canada, oh, okay. I could just sing while it's beeping. So let me tell you why, I had to get this stand. So imagine this wasn't on a stand, what I experienced and why I asked my husband to make, kind of raise it up for me. Let me put this back. I asked him to raise it up for me because when I was getting ready to press stuff, and I'm, if it's down here, I'm having to stick my head under there and try to get it straight. Like, I don't want to have to stick my head under the heat press. I don't want to do that. I would rather just have it up high so that when I'm ready to press a shirt, like let's just say I wanted to get a shirt. Let's say I get a shirt. I'm going to use this shirt, for example. I can already have it up high and I can size it without having to put my head down here and try to figure it out, right? Because this is not hot. Only thing that's getting hot is this up here. So, okay. So my two cons about this is that beeping. I wish that beeping did not exist. And I wish it had a pull out. I wish this bottom tray pulled out. Get put out here and just, we're not doing it, Miss JJ. Yeah, and we're not doing lower back problems either. We're not doing any of that. We're not. We're gonna have it up here. So what Peter did was he purchased one of those crates that you can get. They sell them at Michael's, they sell them at Walmart. This one came from Walmart. They sell them at Hobby Lobby, like those wooden crates. And then he took the side panels off of it. He just took the panels off both sides of it. And then, so I use this as storage. So I keep my, press pad there. I keep my gloves there. I keep my Teflon sheet in there. And then my daughter painted this black, and then I just added stickers on the front of it. And that's how I got this. So, what questions do you have? And we did this from a cell phone. Look at that. What questions? Make my life easier when pressing hoodies. Makes sense. Makes sense. It was a family project, but I had to pay my daughter. She's lucky she didn't get paid in kilowatts. Because they normally do. You get paid in kilowatts. You turned the lights on, you just got paid. Oh yeah, I don't like Cricut transfer tape. I don't like Cricut transfer tape. All right, what questions do y'all have? I hope I helped you make a decision. Is my clamshell bolted to the crate? No, but what he did, that's a good question, Sharon. He bought a piece of wood that is 12 by 16 from Home Depot, and he bolted that to the crate. And that's, so this piece right here, I don't know if you can see that. Let me see, bring you closer. Bring you closer. See, this is actually longer than the crate. So he, this is just one of those regular wooden crates. And then he just bolted a piece of wood to the top of it. And then my daughter painted it black. And then I added my little Cricut and with Delonda stickers on there. Thank you, Vanessa. What was the price? This one is for, when I just checked, it was $469. But if you use my discount, it's $445. I know you mentioned earlier about making a selection based off purpose, budget, and space. Moving from a selection based off space. If you have limited space, get a clamshell. That's my opinion. If you don't have a lot of crafting space, but you want to get a big heat press, then a clamshell. It doesn't have to be this one, but a clamshell, I would suggest. Because remember, I had to get a different one because, you know, this was my table. He down there cooking right now. Who's gonna cook? If he down 15 by 15 heat press nation, they have a big selection, J-Lo Key. They have a big selection of heat presses where the bottom slides out. And they have some that are auto open that are $600. Auto open, big 15 by 15 and up. Remember, the auto press is 12 by 15. What HTV would I recommend from Amazon? HTVRONT. Do you plug in your heat press to surge protector? No, I plug it directly into the wall. I plug it directly into the wall. And I still have other ones plugged in, like that StarCraft. LaTorsha, yeah, yes, ma'am. That StarCraft 8-in-1, I keep it on the other table over there, and I keep them both plugged in, but I don't turn them on at the same time because that's when it'll blow the circuit breaker. Yeah, they do get paid in kilowatts, and every time they turn on the water and water like comes out of the tap, they just got paid again. And when they open the refrigerator, there's actually like food, they just got paid again. So they get paid all day, really. True. Every time, yeah, you look in your closet and there's more than one pair of shoes, you just got paid again. Yeah. So, yeah. Nothing is free. What are the dimensions of my printer? This printer right here. This is my printer that I use for anything that I'm not doing with sublimation. So this is a Canon MX 470. It's just, I think it goes up to 8.5 by 14. I'm not lying. Like, if you think about it, they're rich. Like, girl, you have options. You don't even have a job. You're rich. Yeah, no. Yes. Look, just think about it like this. They have not done anything to earn it, right? They actually have clean running water. They have a roof over their head. They have clean clothes to wear. Like what? No. the the other printer is a Epson EcoTank 2760. It also only does 8.5 by 14. But I got the Epson Workforce 78. I think it's a 7840 or a 7820. I'm not sure. But in my opinion, that thing is a money pit because I think when I get ready to change out the ink, that's when I'm gonna have an issue. Now for printer pictures to have lines in it. No. Did you do like all those settings? I don't know what they're called. The test, Natalie? Like there's some kind of, I don't know, calibration test or something like that you have to do. Brenda might be able to help you. If you find out what I mean, which one would you recommend from Amazon? Yeah, it's called HTVRONT. It's a cheap brand. Right now you can get it. It's impossible to really, Jill? I bought mine from Sam's. Oh, it's true. Like they better be grateful. Just need to keep checking the settings. If you're looking for like a cheap heat transfer vinyl, HTVRONT it's a decent brand. How many heat presses? I think I have 5. What is is true. I think I have 5, Andrea. And then a mug press is considered as a heat press too. Can't find it anywhere here in Canada. Oh, hmm. Yeah, in the US. Yeah, I bought mine from Sam's Club. Y'all don't have Sam's Club. Because like every time we go there, there's like a whole bunch of, oh, sorry. All right. Hope I answered your questions. Let me go back to the goal and see if we accomplished the goal. And hopefully this will help you make an informed decision. Somebody said they wanted to ask a question that was not related to heat presses. You can ask me and I'll try to answer. The goal was to learn about different heat press options. Did we accomplish the goal? Did we accomplish the goal? Did we accomplish the goal? Did we? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yay. Then we are good to go. And hopefully it helps you make an informed decision. I wish I had done that when I first got started. I appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you so much for giving me your time. I appreciate it more than you know. If you did not hit the like button on your way in, hit it on the way out and join me next time. Thank you, Jill. I hope you find one. Thank you, Tamika. Thank you so much. Yay. Hey, Louise. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye.